So getting stuck in the corner in Super Smash Bros. Sucks. It sometimes feels like any option you do, your opponent can just react to and just hit you back over and over again until you die. But today, I want to show you one of those things in Melee that feels like it shouldn't work, but somehow it still does work. In this video, I'm going to show you all of the common options that any character has access to, a secret bonus ledge option, and a weird character quirk that changes the game for this new tech. And if you don't know, my name is Cadence. I upload to YouTube once a week about Smash and other fun stuff. Subscribing to me really helps me out, so if you want to see me keep making videos, please consider subscribing. So I'm just going to go over really quickly the common options characters have when getting off of the ledge. And this is all to show you this really cool option that you're probably overlooking. Normal getup. There is attack from ledge. There is roll. There is the get up attack by pressing an attack button on the ledge. There is tournament winner by pressing the jump button on the ledge. Those are like the most common things people will do. And we're just gonna ignore ledge dashing for now because it is a high risk situation that might not help you that much. So your opponents have seen these options millions of times. And at this point, they're gonna be prepared to cover a handful of different variations of this, right? So the real trick to this is learning to be unpredictable. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, your opponent is just going to anticipate what you're gonna do and just hit you out of it. So the trick is to keep it fresh, keep it different, but I'm gonna show you a new trick to add to your toolbox. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like first, and I'm gonna tell you. And that's it. And we're gonna go in slow motion for a second. Or not even slow motion, but we're going to get up from ledge, hold shield, and roll. All of this can actually be buffered. Take that, Ultimate players, and I'll explain why it's broken in a second. Get up from ledge, roll. I know, it's a little underwhelming, but believe it or not, you get a solid amount of invincibility in the sequence of events. And I'm going to show you kind of in depth of what it looks like. But yeah, you could buffer all of these if you look at my controller input. But basically, as you get up from the ledge, so by pressing towards ledge, you hold shield and hold the direction on the control stick. It'll automatically do it the first frame available to you. And you might ask, Cadence, isn't this just a dumber way of getting onto the ledge? Why wouldn't you just roll? Well, the moments of weakness in this sequence of events is completely different from when you roll. And I'm going to show you how it screws up the timing and the hitboxes of when this technique is punishable. Alright, so that's basically the trick. You get up, buffer roll. It's completely different in terms of timing and the hitboxes where you're vulnerable. If you keep on spamming this, your opponent will figure it out, but it is something to add to your toolbox to keep your opponent on their feet, unable to guess exactly what you're going to do. But I'm not done yet. There's more to it, and this is kind of cool. So this works for any character, but I want to show you something interesting. All right, so we will do a roll with Puff, and we said there's usually 4 frames of vulnerability when you start your roll. So we'll do a roll. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is giving me 1 extra frame, but we'll round down, and for the sake of clarity, I'll show you that. We'll count on how Uncle Punch is showing you, but we'll say it's 3 frames of invulnerability, and that's pretty much the same for all characters, right? But did you guys know with Puff, when you front roll, you get 1. I kind of screwed up. You get 1 frame of invincibility or vulnerability. With Puff, you get 1 frame of vulnerability, and then you're invulnerable and basically invincible all the way throughout. Which means you can combine Puff's get up animation and then roll for something really ridiculous. And we're actually gonna, that's fine. So we're gonna get up, we're gonna buffer our roll now. So we do 1, 2, 3, or we don't need to count here. One frame, 2 frame, 3 frame, in shield, buffer roll, so 1 frame, and you're invincible. You're invincible for all of that. And my favorite trick to combine with this is up tilt. And it just gives you an unusual amount of invincibility. And yes, there is a weak spot to it, but it's different than the other get up options. And a lot of times players don't understand why or what's going on. So it's a good mix-up. And really, that's the point I'm trying to drive home, is that there's mix-ups to getting off the ledge that are not difficult. And this one is a weird one that feels like it shouldn't work, but it does a lot. Go ahead and try it on unranked. So yeah, we talked about a new way for Puff to get onto the stage from the ledge with almost having full invulnerability during most of the animations. It's a little laggy, and your opponent will punish it if they keep noticing it. But let's be real, a lot of your players or opponents are on autopilot, and they're not even going to notice that you're doing something even different. So yeah, that's today's tutorial. Like I said, I make Smash content and other cool stuff every week. Please consider subscribing, and I also run a really cool Smash tournament for new players every Thursday. All those links are in the description below.